31st, 82-79. And Connecticut won by the score of 82-69. Rutgers played tough. That was on New Year's Eve, an afternoon ball game in Stores. Rutgers in their home white, trimmed with red. Connecticut in the road blue. The crowd is into it early. Linda Miles will jump it up against Paige Sauer, and the tap controlled by Rutgers. They'll move left to right on your screen. Natasha Pointer, right-hand dribble. Goes to Miles at the top of the key. Swings it around to Young. Clemente back to Miles. An open Lillard has it knocked away by Sauer. Lillard gets it back, puts it up in. Rutgers scores the first basket of the game.
And LaTanya Lillard will not be denied. The sophomore defensive expert starts out with the 2 points on the right side.
Nikisha Sales, the jumper good from three-point range. Nikisha Sales averaging over 21 points per game. 3-2, Connecticut with a 1-point lead. First minute of play, and Gino Auriemma takes the jacket off early. Miles drives, lays it up, in.
I'll tell you one thing about this team. Linda Miles, the freshman, has no fear. I don't think she quite knows what situation she is in, but that time taking the baseline move on the All-American, she hasn't realized who she's playing against just yet.
Said Miles earlier this week, we are not afraid of Connecticut. UConn in the forecourt, stolen by Young. Up ahead to Pointer. Young goes down. I'm not sure what the call was. Might have been a travel.
It looks like it was a push from the rear. Might have been called on the push from the rear, Amy Duran. We might take a peek at it later. But already, Tamara Young averaging 3 steals a game, as well as her counterpart, as we take a peek at the head coach of Rutgers, Vivian Stringer. And posting her career record at 558 wins, 174 losses in her 26th season. And her counterpart, as always, Gino Auriemma, in his 13th season at the helm. His record, 317 wins, only 87 losses in 13 years.
Here's Miles, top of the key. Tamora Young dishes outside Clemente. Clemente goes to Miles at the foul line. Under 10 seconds left on the shot clock. Lillard, left-hand dribble. Jumper, no, off the rim. Rebound, Clemente puts it up, no. And Connecticut comes down with the basketball. Here's Sales quickly across the midcourt line with the right-hand dribble. Ebrossimova. And Connecticut works it around the key. Amy Duran now back to Ebrossimova, and a whistle and a foul on Natasha Pointer.
Well, the officials calling the game tight early in the contest already. Just a little hand in the back that time by Pointer. All it took for Ebrossimova to fall. The officials calling it tight, calling it early, leaving it up to the players to adjust.
Connecticut has won 53 straight Big East games. That is quite a record. Here's Amy Duran, swings it around. Ebrossimova goes inside, thrown away. Tried to go into Sauer, but Miles picked it off. Here comes Pointer quickly up court. Little stutter step move. Now goes out top of the key to Lillard. Tanya Lillard directs traffic. Pointer fires a three. In and out. Rebound comes down to Connecticut, and they thought that there was a foul. Now you do. It looks like a double foul. Would that be right against Rutgers and Connecticut?
It looks like we have a double foul down low. Paige Sauer and Jen Clemente for Rutgers got tangled up down on the low post. Both players kind of waiting to untangle. As we take a look at Coach Auriemma taking a chance to untangle, in which turn the official called the foul on both players to kind of settle them down early. That's a double foul that time. Vivian Stringer voicing her opinion on the call, getting back into her coaching stance.
Things getting physical early.
So this is a high-intensity, high-pressure game. Rutgers in a 2-1-2 zone.
Sales, nice dish to Sauer, and Paige Sauer scores. Sauer averaging nearly 11 points per contest.
Both teams looking to get their inside game early. Paige Sauer drops in the 2 inside tight to the basket. We've seen Lillard already on an inside move. Miles as well, looking to go inside to generate their offense.
Connecticut by 1, 5-4 Huskies inside Clemente. Turnaround, jumper short, and the ball taken at the baseline. Clemente had a good game against Rutgers the first time. She scored 17 points against the Huskies.
Yes, she did. Not known for her scoring, known for her defense. but able to step up and contribute inside and out. A nice showing at time and stores.
Sales puts up a tough shot off the back rim, and Tamora Young tracks down the rebound quickly across the midcourt line. Now she moves to the top of the key. At the foul line, brings it back out. Pointer looks to set it up. Natasha Pointer, left-hand dribble. Whistle, 3-second violation called against Rutgers.
That time a little bit too much standing around. Rutgers very deliberate in their offense with that turnover. Also, often we see them all season long. It's usually a high-octane, fast-paced game, looking like they're trying to guard and protect the basketball and take care of the ball a little bit better this time.
Here's Sales for three. No, off the rim, and the rebound to Miles. She's the leading rebounder for the Scarlet Knights. Pointer quickly up court, moves to the foul line, penetrates, looks for help, finds Lillard, puts it up, no good. And it's knocked out of bounds, last touched by Connecticut. So Rutgers will get it back, but we have a timeout. A break in the action. 15 minutes and 58 seconds remaining. First half. The score, Connecticut 5 and Rutgers 4.
Checks on the weak side. Lillard would have done well without that extra dribble. And then the body bump there, unable to knock the ball down. Of course, Paige Sauer playing the great defense on the inside. We take a peek at Gino Auriemma. I don't know, did Gino come out with his jacket today?
He did. He took it off early. Shot,
immediately.
no shot, and it is a foul on Rutgers before the shot. Rutgers shooting poorly. 25% from the field, 2 of 8. UConn 2 of 4 for 50%. Rutgers needs to pick it up in the field goal percentage department. UConn shoots 52% from the field on the season. That is unbelievable. I believe that leads the nation.
Yes, it does. They're a high-powered offense, very disciplined team as they're moving the ball around. As you check them moving the ball around and disciplined, looking for their shots. A lot of offense out there.
Oh, Svetlana Brosimova with the shot. 48% from three-point range. That was a two-point shot, but she can really drill it from out there.
And Abrasimova really has only started the last 11 games. As she stepped up her play, Gino Auriemma didn't realize what the young lady from Croatia could do. We see what our home players could do right here. Tamara Young stepping up with the two-pointer.
And we are tied at 7. That was a three-point shot by Young. Underneath, Sales gets the foul, and she'll go to the line. Tammy Sutton-Brown in the game now for Rutgers, commits the foul. And Keisha Sales will go to the line. Sales is 74% free throw shooter, averaging 21.4 points per game. That is 17th best in the nation. 24 points against Rutgers in the first game back in December. Free throw, good.
Keisha Sales has a long list of honors. Already touted as a nominee for Player of the Year. And the season is about 2/3 over. Just trying to concentrate and finish this out. But just really been a stellar performer and a stellar contributor for Big East basketball for the University of Connecticut for the 4 years that she's been lucky to play there.
Tanya Lillard comes out, and Shawnetta Stewart, crowd favorite, into the game. Big East Player of the Week. 27 points, 10 rebounds against Miami a couple of games ago. It is 9-7 UConn. 5 minutes gone by first half in a huge Big East Conference game. Here's Miles, open, jumper, no, off the back rim. Stewart lost the rebound out of bounds, and Connecticut gets it back.
We have to keep an eye on that tempo for Rutgers right now as we see UConn is in a full court pressure. We have to make sure it doesn't push the tempo of the Rutgers game. That Natasha Pointer still takes her time on the ball distribution and on the execution. Rutgers falling back into its own 1-3-1 zone defense.
What a move by Sauer. It doesn't go. And a foul. It looks to be on Tammy Sutton-Brown afterwards.
If it is, that could be her second personal foul already early in the contest. We'll take a look at it again on the inside. On the feed, we missed it that time. It was a feed into Sauer. Sauer, a nice spin move coming off of Sutton-Brown as we take a peek at it. And the roll, extra step there, but she doesn't get the shot down, but as it rolls off on the opposite side is when Sutton-Brown got her. Back to live action.
Keisha Sales on the baseline scores.
Boy, Sales really liked that pass from Abrasimova there. Almost a no-looker.
7 points for Sales, and Connecticut has a 4-point lead. It's 11-7. Just about 6 minutes gone by first half. Rutgers has 5 team fouls already here in the first half. Connecticut just 2.
Connecticut very disciplined. Connecticut down in their traditional woman-to-woman defense. A lot of switches, tight defense, one shot, in and out. That time we see the foul. Proctor Pointer trying to penetrate, picks up the foul versus Abrasamova.
They say it was on Rita Williams. Sure looked like it was on Abrasamova, but
it must have been something off the ball as we were just kind of zeroed in on the playmakers.
Rutgers off the inbounds pass. Tamora Young swings it outside to Stewart. Stewart, top of the key. Pointer. Stewart for three. Off the rim. No. Rebound knocked around underneath Connecticut on the run. Here come the Huskies quickly up court. Sails. One dribble, puts it up. No. And a foul. Is this on Sutton Brown? No. It's on Coco Eggleston. So Coco Eggleston picks up her first foul.
And we just got a glimpse, just a brief glimpse that time of that blistering fast break of UConn. Kicked it out to Rita Williams. She's looking for her best target in Nikisha Sails. At times, Miles picked her up, unable to finish the play. But we just got a glimpse of that pressure defense that leads into that fast break.
Stewart the steal. Knocks it away, up ahead to Pointer. 1-on-2, lays it up in.
And nobody better on that open break from the rookie from Chicago, Natasha Pointer. She's taking the feed from the sophomore, Shanetta Stewart.
11-9, stolen by Young. She's ahead of the field and lays it up and in.
Did I say none better on that break? I forgot Tamara Young. Anytime I talk about one, I think the other one gets jealous as the backcourt of Rutgers shows their strength and ties it up at 11-all.
Tamara Young, 2 steals here in the first half. Just over 7 minutes gone by. We are tied at 11. Abrasamova, the shot off the rim. Rebound tracked down by Sails. She fires a three off the rim, and the rebound to Stewart. And Rutgers can take the lead on this possession. Here's Tamora Young, right-hand dribble. Stops, pops, no, off the rim. And Connecticut, the number stolen. Here's Miles, drives, lays it up, no. And going down hard is Abrasamova on her back. The foul will be on Tamora Young, I'm sure. Svetlana Abrasamova seems to be all right. Well, you heard that thud all the way up in the upper deck here at the Rutgers Athletic Center.
Yes, I did too. I held my breath on it because she went down on her back. There was no break in the action, nothing to break her fall. When she popped back up, she's going to the line. As Rutgers is over the limit, we'll take a peek at it. Nice steal by Miles. She went in for it, but has a tendency to bang it off the glass as she does. And on the rebound, Abrasamova clearly into the arm, as we see. And she was able to get her feet under her at least, so it wasn't her taking the whole brunt of it on her back.
Free throw good.
From St. Petersburg, excuse me.
70% free throw shooter. Connecticut as a team shooting just about that at 69%. UConn has a 1-point lead, 12-11. It's been a terrific first half so far.
Now, UConn has a tendency to start out slow. Even though they're averaging close to 85 points per contest, they do start out slow, has a tendency. But I know once they get in that locker room, Coach Auriemma kind of charges them up, hooks them back up again.
Pointer with a bad pass, throws into traffic. Abrasamova to Duran, puts up a tough shot, and Miles pulls it down off of Rutgers, they say. Tamora Young, and the fans, of course, here in New Jersey do not agree with that call.
I like the way that Rutgers is kind of stepping up to the plate. They haven't had this type of pressure in their own home court as we take a peek at it. There's Amy Duran on the drive. Good defense inside by Clementi. Miles, the leading rebound, and we saw that kind of tipped out of bounds. They did say it was off of Miles. Back to live action.
Abrasamova for three, doesn't go. Rebound Pointer. Rutgers can take the lead. 8 minutes gone by. Stewart for three, yes!
And they gave her a two. They gave her a two on that one. But as you say, Rutgers taking the lead.
13-12, Rutgers by one. Ball knocked away. And out of bounds. They say no. Against Rutgers, Coach Stringer ready to
she's being restrained.
Jump up to the scoreboard here.
I think the first time I've seen her at the rack at the Rutgers Athletic Center being restrained that time. Very excited, very intense and into the game. She's thinking, as we see Coach Stringer We take a peek at the replay, thinking that Miles just forced it as Reader Williams falls out of bounds. A bump on Miles. It's a late call, but I think the officials were kind of waiting to see if if Williams could recover her dribble. The senior out of Norwalk, Connecticut, on the line for the 1-and-1, does not connect.
Free throw, no good. Rutgers fans really into the game. Here comes Pointer across the midcourt line. Rutgers has 18 fouls. That was Linda Miles' first foul of the game. Clemente at the foul line. Outside Pointer, fakes the three. Goes to Young on the right wing. Back to Pointer at the top of the key. Tries to maneuver in. Now stops, pops, no, off the back rim. And the rebound pulled down by Stacy Hansmeyer, who was in the game now. Had a huge game against Rutgers first time out. 15 points, 8 rebounds. Here's Sales. Goes outside to Duran. Amy Duran, top of the key. Kelly Hunt in the game now for Connecticut as well. Rutgers tenacious defense. 10 seconds on the shot clock. Go inside Sales, backs in against Clemente, and it's a jump ball. It'll be Rutgers ball on the alternating possession.
Well, Rutgers hanging tough, staying in their 1-3-1 defense, keeping an eye on Nikisha Sales, who runs the baseline. This time we take a look at Coach Stringer, and they'll call a timeout on that one.
And a break in the action. 10 minutes, 50 seconds remaining first half. Rutgers on a 5-0 run. UConn has 6 turnovers here in the first half. Rutgers just 2. And UConn also shooting 1 for 6 from three-point range. Very uncharacteristic for the Huskies.
I was going to say the same. 6 turnovers, 10 minutes into the ball game. Very uncharacteristic. The high-pressure defense. It might be the Rutgers crowd, although UConn very used to playing to high crowds, high performance at that Gamble Pavilion in Storrs, Connecticut.
Here's Pointer, left wing. 5 seconds on the shot clock inside Clemente. Turnaround jumper, no. Nobody there to get the rebound for Rutgers and pulled down by Hansmeyer. Here comes Connecticut quickly up court. Rita Williams now, jump shot, top of the key, open three-pointer is good by Amy Duran, who's shooting 39% from three-point land. And just like that, Connecticut recaptures the lead at 15-13.
And Rutgers cannot be too intense on Nikisha Sales, the All-American. I mean, she's a prime target to be concerned about. Got to be worried about the other outside shooters as Duran and the substitutions come in.
Turnaround by Miles, too hard off the back rim. Ball knocked around. Clemente back to Pointer.
This time we see Rutgers still having to play versus the UConn woman-to-woman defense. Sales popping out there on Stewart, double post down and low, trying to swing the ball around. And a great move on the inside.
Oh, a great pass inside, but Miles could not connect. And here comes Connecticut. Here's Sales on the left wing. Dishes outside. UConn moves the ball around nicely. Duran looks for help. Williams on the right wing. Bounce pass inside. Sauer puts it up. No. Rebound underneath. Put in.
That time Hansmeyer on that putback. Miles unable to get a body on it. Very concerned about the 6'5" Sauer, who took the shot and missed it. Unable to get a hand on it.
Connecticut with a 4-point lead. 17-13. 8:50 left first half. Cross court, Miles, Pointer, open for three. Fires, yes! She hits that three.
And not known for her three-point shooting, Natasha Pointer, 4-time Rookie of the Week, known for her penetration and her assist and her steals, able to take a step back and put in the three-pointer.
Turnaround jumper is good. Nice roll. Nice touch by Stacy Hansmeyer, who's shooting 61% from the field. 4 points for her.
I can see why. She gets nice shots in and around the paint, doesn't hesitate at all.
Here comes Connecticut. It's a 4-on-1. Up ahead, stolen by Pointer, and a foul. Coach Stringer can't believe the call.
I think she has good reason on that time. The official leading the play. He was on the opposite side as we see Coach Stringer calling for the 22nd timeout. And we see on that 4-on-1 break and the pass on the inside, and leading the Big East in steals, Natasha Pointer again with the hands on it, picks up the foul. He fouls Amy Duran.
It's a 22nd timeout called by Rutgers, Coach Vivian Stringer. So Rutgers calls the 20. They want to talk it over. Look at some of the crowd here. Signs. It is a tremendous crowd here for the game. Very vocal. And Connecticut coming in here, of course, the mighty opponent with 53 straight Big East wins. They've averaged 35 points in their wins against Big East opponents and have forced 27 turnovers per Big East victory. Connecticut, of course, national champions in 1995. What a program Gino Auriemma has built at Connecticut.
Yes, he has, and in his wake, he's just taken along, as we see Coach Vivian Stringer will speak about Coach Auriemma, he has just taken along the Big East in his wake since Rutgers has been able to join the Big East in 1994. As we see Amy Durant on the line for her 2 shots. Really, Gino Auriemma doing such a fine job, able just to bring the whole league along.
That missed free throw is a scoop for Amy Durant. She's a 97% free throw shooter. 97.
That's unheard of.
And she hits 1 of 2. It's 20-16. Connecticut with a 4-point lead. Shawnetta Stewart to Pointer.
Rutgers doing a very good job of taking care of the basketball. Getting the shots that they want, at least inside.
Stewart can't hit. Eggleston puts it up, can't hit. And the long rebound comes back out to UConn. Quickly, the Huskies up court. Sales goes to Abusamova. Inside Sauer, double-teamed, whistle, traveling.
On the outside, little shuffle that time by Sauer on the inside. Anytime one of the Rutgers players down low, as we go to a timeout, a double team on anyone down in the paint.
And a break in the action. 7 minutes, 42 seconds remaining, first half. Connecticut 20, Rutgers 16. You're watching. UConn 4 points from the free throw line, 4 of 7. Rutgers no free throws. And Connecticut has a 4-point lead. 7 minutes and 42 seconds remaining, first half. Rutgers 14-7, 10-3 in the Big East. And they did receive top 25 votes in the AP poll and USA Today's poll this week. And Connecticut, of course, the number 2 team in the nation. Only lost to number 1 Tennessee. 5 seconds on the shot clock. Young finds Gilmore. Gilmore hits the 3-pointer.
And what a setup that time, as he was only almost lulled to sleep. Tamara Young at the top of the key, but she had an eye on the sophomore in the corner, Yusha Gilmore.
Connecticut, good ball movement, and traveling the call. Good defense by Rutgers, and they played great defense the last 6 games, giving up an average of just under 53 points a game. They've held 5 teams this year under 45 points.
Now we take a peek at Yusha Gilmore bringing the ball up court. She was a missing link. She was out for 2 games, missed the Georgetown and St. John's University game after that injury to her left knee, but she's back in there, just kind of sparking the defense.
That one thrown away, and Connecticut gets it back. Rutgers had a chance to take the lead. Here come the Huskies with 6.5 left in the first. That pass goes in the corner. Durant hits the jump shot.
Oh, and Amy Durant with such a quick release, always has a head up, always in scoring position, and not only just her stance, but that shooting arm always cocked. At times, Sales picking up the assist.
3-point Connecticut lead, 22-19. 6 minutes, 15 seconds remaining. Linda Miles, jump shot, no good, and Connecticut quickly up court. They have a player ahead of the field, but they throw it away.
And that's not the play that they wanted that time. Abrasamosa with the ball. Clearly, it has to go and get into the hands of Williams, who we see checking back in. Sales or Durant, not really wanting, as Gino Auriemma still cheering the troops on, not really wanting Abrasamosa handling the ball on the outside.
That is the 9th Connecticut turnover here in the first half. Tamora Young brings it up, tries to bank it in and draws the foul. She was looking to kiss it off glass that time.
Sometimes she'll even take that extra step and go in there. A very daring young lady. We've seen her pound the floor time and time again. Tamara Young on the line, the junior who's returned and has really been a consistent scorer for Vivian Stringer in the backcourt with her outside shot. Great combination of defense, tenacity, and the outside shooting.
Free throw good. Tamara Young, an outstanding free throw shooter. 91%. She is now 42 of 46 on the year from the line. 6 points for Tamara Young and 2 steals in the game as well. lit it up for 30 earlier this year against Drake. Second free throw good. Rutgers draws to within one. It's 22-21. Sauer runs the baseline. Rutgers with full court presser. Sauer looks to get it across and does. Sales gets it across the midcourt line. Goes in the corner to Abrasamova. Into Sales on the baseline. Steps on the baseline.
That's right. Two officials saw it. Nikisha Sales upset with the call as she was tight roping that end line. Two officials on the call. Two of the best. As Sally Bell makes the call, Dave Stewart had it on the outside on his lead position. No way they can argue with Rutgers just going back on offense, trying to settle things down.
5.5 left first half. Connecticut 22, Rutgers 21. Young for three. It's good. She fires it home, and Rutgers has a 2-point lead.
Tamara Young with that slow type of dribble really lull you to sleep.
Sales with a gorgeous move on the baseline, draws the foul, and she will go to the line. Rutgers, meanwhile, 4 of 7 from three-point range. That's the 10th team foul on Rutgers. Sales will shoot 2.
Not a factor right now. 10 fouls as we see the sweet move on the inside. Coaches were looking for the push-off there. Not exactly. As she takes it in. Nice reverse dribble. Nikisha Sales, the All-American, the Player of the Year candidate. Knocked down the first shot. Such smooth moves inside and out. She herself hit for 46 points early in the year against Stanford University. Boy, that was a shot heard around the world.
She hits the first free throw. She had 24 points against Rutgers in their first game. She's the 4th player in Connecticut history to score more than 2,000. Traveling on Connecticut as Sales missed the second free throw, and Rutgers gets it back, leading by 1, 24-23. Connecticut full court press. Stewart looks for help. Here's Young, gets it across the midcourt line. Cross court to Stewart, now looks for help, and Tamara Young will direct traffic with Pointer out of the game. Tamara Young becomes the point guard here. Inside Eggleston, outside Stewart. Young, left-hand dribble. Goes to Eggleston, Gilmore to Stewart. Gilmore puts it up, wild shot, but shot clock was running down. Here comes Connecticut quickly up court. Rita Williams, left-hand dribble, beautiful pass to Sales. And Connecticut regains the lead.
Oh, those two worked so well going together. Sales just kept going to the hoop, and Williams couldn't help but give it up.
25-24 UConn. 4:20 remaining, first half. Young to Stewart. Gilmore does a good job to corral that one. Miles on the baseline, outside Gilmore. Cross court to Stewart. Fakes the three. Young fires a three. Good! And a foul!
Yes, and it counts, and a signal from the outside. Tamara Young staying with it. Hitting it from the top of the key, taking the body bump on the play.
And Young will go to the line to try to make it a 4-point play.
As she steps up to the line, always the stone face, always the poker face for Tamara Young. One thing they say about a three-point shooter, let it go. That time fouled outside the arc. One of the rare opportunities we get to see a 4-point play. Rutgers leading by 1. Tamara Young, the junior from the area, from Red Bank High School, able to connect. Rutgers sporting a 3-point lead on the timeout.
22nd timeout taken by Gino Oriema of Connecticut. Young, 13 points, 14 points. 3 for 3 from the line. Rutgers ranked 34th in the latest RPI rankings, and they are said to have the 22nd strongest schedule. Of course, you'd be hard-pressed to find a stronger opponent than Connecticut.
You're right. This is one of their strongest as we take a peek on the inside on that sweet move by Rita Williams. And Nikisha Sales just keeps going to the basket, just keeps cutting to the hoop, knowing she's going to get the ball. If she doesn't, she swings to the opposite side. Connecticut just resets the offense.
Connecticut has had some big wins this year. Of course, we mentioned they lost to Tennessee, but they smashed Old Dominion 93-72 and also beat Stanford. 2 quality wins. Knocked away by Miles. She lays it up in,
And this time takes a little English off of it on the steal and the break and the basket. Linda Miles, the rookie.
Full court press by Rutgers. Connecticut having a hard time here. Sales gets it across. Rutgers has its largest lead. Knocked out. Rutgers ball.
That time Sales trying to thread the needle, trying to squeeze by the pressure of Clementi. Unable to do it. Maybe the crowd is getting to them. I don't know. Rutgers faithful up on their feet as we see the break on the side. Trying to take that baseline. Clearly losing it off of her hands on that right-handed dribble.
And a timeout on the floor. 3:45 left first half. Rutgers from three-point range. The Scarlet Knights have their largest lead, 30-25. Connecticut has trailed one other time this season at the half. They trailed West Virginia 32-30, but then they came back to win the game. Here's Tamora Young, forecourt Stewart, jumper off the rim. Rebound comes down to UConn, and the Huskies will bring it up. Here comes Rita Williams quickly up court. Duran, and kicked out of bounds by Young. So a fresh shot clock for the Huskies. Connecticut will throw it in on the baseline with 30 seconds on the shot clock. 3:23 left first half. Here's a tough shot put up, doesn't go. Rebound, Miles tries to save it, and Stewart does a great job to come back and get it.
Wasn't sure Shawnetta Stewart saw that steal as Miles going out of bounds. Miles, the leading rebounder in her freshman year for Rutgers University, averaging 6 rebounds a game, but that is leading the club. Chips in with 8-9 points to contest as well.
Gilmore almost throws it away. Sales knocked it out. She was getting ready to go off to the races.
Now, Sales would have been gone on that one.
Rutgers will throw it in with just 6 seconds now on the shot clock. They don't have a lot of time. Down to 4 seconds. Young fires a three, in and out. Clemente up for the ball, and the foul's on Connecticut over the back. And they'll call it on Kelly Hunt.
Looks like it's a foul on the inside. Jen Clemente hanging tough, staying in there with the play. Clemente, one of the few going to the hoop on the offensive rebound. Take a look that time on Tamara on the push. We take a low down Young. Clemente always able to get in there, trying to knock it out in the push from the rear.
Clemente back outside to Young. Jen Clemente again back to Young, and they try to play catch several times, and again the foul's on Kelly Hunt over the back, a senior out of Londonderry, New Hampshire.
And she doesn't like the call, and we see the game faces on for Hunt. That time going over the back of Clemente. Wise substitution as we see Paige Sauer coming in. I say wise only because Hunt a little bit upset, and that time when she jumped and sent the court, almost upstaging an official. As we see the associate coach, Chris Daly, just kind of speaking to her a little bit.
Connecticut now over the limit, and Jen Clemente goes to the line. 1-and-1 free throw, no good. A 60% free throw shooter. And Connecticut back the other way. Inside Sauer, baseline jumper, no, rolls off the rim. Gilmore pulls down the rebound. Up ahead to Tamora Young, quickly across the midcourt line. Pulls up on the left wing, goes inside Gilmore, can't connect, gets the rebound and scores.
Oh, if you miss it once, try it one more time. Houston Gilmore not even coming down on that one, right back up again. Second time is a charmer.
It's a 7-point Rutgers lead, their largest lead of the first half. Hansmeyer puts up the shot and draws the foul. So Stacey Hansmeyer will go to the line.
And Rutgers content to stay in that zone defense on the inside at 1-2-2-2 on occasions, 1-3-1 zone defense, proving well for them as we go back to that previous play. As Young seeing as the version of the alley-oop, and up one more time, and Gilmore chose not to come down with it. Kind of working that left knee of hers that gave her some trouble about 3 weeks ago. Hansmeyer on the line for her 2 shots. Yusha
Gilmore comes out, gets the hand. And LaTanya Lillard back in for Rutgers. Stacey Hansmeyer hits the first, and the second is on the way good. 6 points for Hansmeyer. It's a 5-point Rutgers lead, 32-27 with 2 minutes, 2 seconds left. First half. And
Coach Stringer making good use of that bench, offensive and defense, as she's switching the players back and forth, giving players good rest, keeping the intensity high in case players get out of control or lose that intensity and pick up mistakes and turnovers. Rutgers doing a good job of limiting the turnovers.
5 seconds on the shot clock. Young fires a long three. That doesn't go. That would have blown the roof off this place. Here's Sales. Bangs into Lillard. No call. Dave loses. Rita Williams loses. Rutgers gets it back with 1:18 left first half.
Rutgers doing a good job of being patient on the steal that time.
Young brings it up. 13 seconds left on the shot clock. 1 minute left first half.
Rutgers has to be careful here that they still play to win. Far from over.
Young puts up a long three. That's not the kind of shot. Rutgers almost forced a turnover. Connecticut gets it back. That's not the kind of shot Coach Stringer's looking for. And Sales is fouled as she drives to the hoop.
It looks as if the air is almost gone out of the Rutgers bubble as they rose to a 7-point lead, unable to generate any offense since, taking 2 poor shots, or really fourth shots with the time on the shot clock dwindling down. Tamara Young having to take almost NBA three-pointers 3 feet outside from the circle.
Well, Natasha Pointer has been on the bench for quite some time now, the Rutgers point guard. I'm sure Coach Stringer would like to take a lead into the locker room and keep Pointer on the bench, keep her fresh for the second half. Meanwhile, Sales hits the free throw. Second, good. 32-29. Sales with 12. Full court press. Lillard gets it across. Latanya Lillard goes to Young to Stewart. 20 seconds on the shot clock. 30 seconds left in the first half. Miles in the paint. Traveling.
Once again, the offense for Rutgers dwindling down, dying out that time as we see the shuffle by Miles on the outside.
Shot clock turned off with 27.9 seconds left in the first half. That was only the 5th Rutgers turnover.
Connecticut making a good run to tighten up that lead after falling behind by 7 points.
Sales drives, lays it up, doesn't go. Rebound knocked around underneath. A scramble, traveling, and Rutgers gets it back.
Good hustle that time by Hansmeyer.
12 seconds left.
And we're going to take a peek at the full court pressure of Rutgers, of UConn in these last couple of seconds.
Here's Young. Goes cross court, Lillard. Tried to go inside Eggleston, threw it away, and that'll do it. First half has come to an end. The score at halftime. Rutgers 32, second-ranked Connecticut 29. And we'll be back with halftime activity in just a few moments. We'll move left to right. Ball knocked away. Abrosimova takes it at the midcourt line. Here's Sales. Jump shot. Good. Nakisha Sales with that sweet shot.
Well, you got to know that Rutgers was concerned about Sales and her offense and her knowing that she's going to come back strong in the second half. That time we see Sales finding the opening in the center of that Rutgers defense, something they're going to have to work on.
Here's Clemente. Outside Lillard. Latanya Lillard to Natasha Pointer. Whistle and a foul inside on UConn. Looks to be on Sales.
Time a little bit of hand checking going on. We see Natasha Pointer, the point guard for Rutgers, back in the game, missed most of the first half. Maybe Coach Stringer just trying to settle down that rookie point guard so she doesn't just get too out of control. Control, patience, tempo, all keys for the Rutgers attack.
Here's Clemente, bounce pass Pointer, fires a three off the rim, no. And the rebound comes down to UConn. Here come the Huskies quickly up court, running nicely, and knocked away by Young, and a foul on Tamara Young.
That time Young underneath, going for the steal. Coach Stringer is up with her view of the call. Rutgers still concerned about that blistering fast break that time as we saw the rebound from Sales, kicking it out to Williams. Williams didn't hesitate but penetrated straight to the basket, causing the contact, initiating the offense. And on the front of that two-shot foul there, and Williams able to knock it in.
Chris Daly is on the sidelines for Rutgers. Had a very nice career here at Rutgers. Played for the Scarlet Knights. Assistant coach at Connecticut.
She's actually an associate coach, as she's kind of stepped up her responsibilities. Even took over and coached two games as head coach, or interim head coach, as Gino Oriana had some personal problems with his family last year. Chris Daly stepping up to coach the Lady Huskies and coach them to victory.
UConn with a 1-point lead, 33-32. Ball gets away from Abrosambova, and Rutgers gets it back.
And that came off that double team. Anytime Sales has the ball on that baseline, Rutgers almost using the end line as a third defensive player, always double teaming Sales with the ball.
Connecticut with the first 4 points of the second half. Here's a backcourt foul on Svetlana Abrosambova.
The officials still calling it close. That time June Boutreau with the foul, as we see Hansmeyer coming into the game. Calling it close as both teams looking to full court pressure, gaining control, pushing the tempo, so you can bet there are going to be fouls on both sides.
That's the first on Abrosambova and the second on the Huskies here in the second half. Rutgers basketball. Young to Pointer. Connecticut full court press. Pointer to Young to Clemente. Finds an open Lillard. Cross court to Young. Fires a three. That's a bank shot. A bank shot three-pointer.
I think she called it. I heard her call it, as Rutgers falls back into their own version of their full court zone defense.
I mean, come on. Sales goes cross court to Duran. Sauer, the jumper, in and out, rebound underneath, put up, no, and the rebound, Miles. Well, Stacey Hansmeyer had a good shot, couldn't get it to fall.
Hansmeyer with excellent position on the inside, couldn't get it to drop, one chance in and out. Miles with the rebound.
Miles puts up a short shot that's way off, and here comes Connecticut. Rutgers with a 2-point lead, whistle, and foul on Connecticut.
Coming from the opposite side, the official calls it on Hansmeyer on that foul on the offensive. Going to go back to Rutgers basketball, and critical error that time as Connecticut on an easy fast break. Well, not easy, but still the defense for Rutgers not set. Had a good chance to score that time. Foul in the open court. Natasha Pointer out again.
Here's a look at that three-pointer.
As we take it from the opposite side, I think I saw a signal bank, and she crashes it off the glass and in. Tamara Young with the long-range jumper.
Natasha Pointer on the bench early here in the second half. Miles goes to Young, another three off the rim. And the rebound to Sales. Lillard trying to tie her up. Sales almost throws it away, but Connecticut does come back to get it. Rita Williams gets it across the midcourt line. Good job by Williams. Sales and a foul on Rutgers.
Yes, the officials are calling it. It's going to be called both ways that time with Gilmore. It looked like Gilmore with the hand. Just a touch is all it takes. Doesn't have to be a big foul. But with these ladies, they're so highly skilled, just a slight push bump can throw them off target, and the officials are going to try to catch it quickly, clean it up early. Haven't seen much offense from Rutgers on their side.
Open jump shot put up by Williams, and a nice rebound underneath. Shot missed. Push. And looks to be on Rutgers.
It looked like it might be Lillard on the underneath. Stays right there. The official very adamant. We take a look on the inside on the rebound. A long shot to miss by Sauer. And the rebound. Looks like it was called on Yusha Gilmore. Excuse me, to take that back, it's called
on Jen Clemente.
On Jen Clemente underneath.
That's her third. She comes out, so does Lillard. That's the third team foul on Rutgers here in the second half.
And Rutgers has to be concerned and make sure that they stay in the game, not to get caught up with the officials and their calls. Maintain their concentration, defense, and intensity, not get caught up in the officials' calls.
Sales drives the baseline, one out of bounds, no call. And a three-pointer outside by Duran.
That time, Sales tiptoeing on the baseline as the defense just kind of clogged that lane, wouldn't let her go around.
Young to Gilmore. Connecticut really giving Rutgers fits on the full court pressure. And here is Stewart who gets it up. UConn has a 1-point lead. Connecticut 36, Rutgers 35.
And we take a glimpse now as UConn has dropped down into a 2-3 zone defense and extending that defense, trying to guard the outside shooters where the damage is being done. Tamara Young in particular.
Young puts up the shot right before the buzzer goes off on the 30-second shot clock. Good defense by Connecticut. And the Huskies get it up. Duran, top of the key. Rita Williams goes to Sales. Three-pointer, good.
And Sharnetta Stewart out there on it, just not a step far enough as that All-American Sales just takes the shot. Give her that much room, and she doesn't need much.
This matches Connecticut's biggest lead. They're up by 4, 39-35. 4 minutes gone by second half.
And Coach Stringer is up on the bench for Rutgers, adamantly telling her troops to move the offensive attack around. Here's Natasha Pointer coming in to get that offense going.
And a timeout on the floor. 15 minutes and 57 seconds remaining, second half. The score, Connecticut 39 and Rutgers 35.
I guess Puff knows who it is.
Whoever Puffs is. All right, here is Natasha Pointer. Left-hand dribble. Stewart dribbles through, almost loses. Connecticut has really turned it up a notch defensively here in the second half.
You're absolutely right. They're staying steadfast and not getting flustered by the lead or the lack of the lead on their part at that time. Come back out of the break, out of the halftime break, has picked up the defense intensively, and offensively they're getting the job done. Rutgers' offense is just stagnant.
UConn by 4. Sales misses the shot. Miles to Young. Tamara Young quickly up court. Almost lost the dribble. Here is Stewart. And Pointer will handle the ball. Coach Stringer says, come on, let's go. Pointer into Tammy Sutton-Brown. Turnaround way short.
This is a critical exchange right here as UConn comes down again. No one on Sale.
Puts up the shot and goes down. Whistle is on Connecticut, I believe. Is that right?
Looks like it's on Connecticut again.
And Kelly Hunt's third.
Critical exchange, I was saying, for Connecticut as they had a chance to extend that lead to 6 points just as Rutgers was faltering. We take a look now at this UConn press. Rutgers able to break it, unable to burn it.
Pointer finds Miles, lays it in.
Which is just what they have to do. They can't just be satisfied with breaking the press and falling into the offense. They have got to burn UConn on their press to get them to fall out of that full court pressure.
39-37. Very important time of the game for Rutgers. Inside Sauer lays it in. Head coach Vivian Stringer earlier this week says you cannot blink versus UConn. Ball is knocked away, kicked, and Rutgers will get it back. She said you can't blink versus UConn. We must stay with them. You can't let Connecticut go on a run, and UConn up by 4. And I would venture to say, really, they can't allow Connecticut to go up by more than 4 or 6 points in this game if they want to have a chance to win.
You can't let Connecticut get too far away from you. Otherwise, the whole rest of your game is just kind of wondering when is it going to be over? Is it over yet? And you really don't want to fall into that. You don't want these young players, as Coach Stringer starts, 2 freshmen, a sophomore, and 2 juniors. You don't want a young club to even think that.
Thrown away. Connecticut ball.
Rutgers succumbing to the pressure of Connecticut once again, as maybe Pointer is getting weary as she's forced to bring the ball up. No movement from her teammates. She's got to watch. It's just been Pointer and Young bringing the ball up lately.
Cross court, Rita Williams for 3, a killer. 3-point shot, and Connecticut by 7, 44-37.
Rutgers still having to defend against this full court press and not getting good havoc against it. If they try to break it, they've got to burn it. They desperately need a basket here. They don't want to go out of this offensive attack without getting a shot, a good shot, and a basket.
That one knocked away. Pointer retrieves. 10 seconds on the shot clock. Stewart fires way off. Sales takes it out of midair. UConn 3 for 4 from 3-point range this half. Sauer inside. Traveling the call. Rutgers gets it back. Coach Oriema Unhappy with that call.
A little bit unhappy. Could have been a steal that time as Pointer had two hands on the ball. Ariana not happy with it. Wanted that offensive basket, able to get that ball on the inside. He wanted the basket.
This 7-point lead, the biggest lead for either team. 22nd timeout called by Rutgers. So Rutgers talks it over. 22nd timeout. Well, we mentioned Connecticut trailed West Virginia at the half, came back and blew out the Mountaineers. And now they have a 7-point lead on Rutgers. Rutgers has never defeated Connecticut. How dominant has Connecticut been? Since 1994, they are 125-6. 125-6. What a record.
You know, Rutgers comes out of the break, able to get close to this UConn team was Rutgers back on December 30th of this year, 31st, excuse me. Only losing by 13 points, but Coach Stringer was not pleased with a moral victory. Only one type of victory in her book, and she has talked to her young team, getting them back on offense. Seems to have broken the press a little bit better, see if they can generate some offense now, if they are able to break that full court pressure.
Williams almost knocked it away. Here's Gilmore, dribbles in, shot off the rim. Rebound, Miles lays it up and in.
That time, Tammy Sutton-Brown able to get a hand on it, able to keep it alive. Miles is so tough in and around the basket. Not a great outside shooter, but is tough on the inside.
Nice pass to Abrosimova, who is fouled, hammered in the paint.
And once again, that's Nikisha Sales generating that offense. As she gets the ball down low, draws the double team. Abrosimova just going in from that weak side. She knows to go to the hoop, cut to the basket, picks up an easy one underneath. And there was the exasperation of the 26-year coach. See Vivian Stringer on the line from Russia. A long way with love. Svetlana Abrasimova.
She hits the first. She'll get another. Yusha Gilmore comes out. Natasha Pointer back in. Natasha Pointer in and out all over the place in this game.
Right, it doesn't look like she has any type of injury. All I can think of is that the coaches just want to make sure she stays under control, plays under control, and sees everything on the floor. Just as I'm saying that, way to make me look good.
Coach Stringer says, calm down, and she throws that away. 45-39, 6-point Connecticut lead with 12:40 left, second half. Connecticut right now is taking control of the game. Rutgers looking to weather the storm. Foul on Rutgers. It'll be on Pointer.
Rutgers still has to maintain their defensive pressure. As you said, Connecticut looking to take a little bit of the air out of the ball, even with 12 minutes, 12 and a half left on the clock. Very meticulous, patient in their offensive attack, looking for their shots, and they can with the 6-point lead.
Inside, Sales got position, couldn't score, puts it up again. Tammy Sutton-Brown did a good job defensively, but Stacey Hansmeyer stuck with it and scored.
Hansmeyer stays with it. Once again, this full court pressure doing in Rutgers. They've got to break it and burn it, getting caught in the backcourt. No 10-second court violation for women, but still in the event, 30-second clock.
Rutgers not hitting their shots. Two easy layups by Sutton-Brown, and she could not score. After Pointer had broken the pressure.
Moral victory that time for Hansmeyer. She gets a big hug from Sales. Able to stop the 6'5" on the inside time and time again as we see Sutton-Brown, 6'5" out of Canada on the miss. The rebound, Hansmeyer up over the back, still getting in the way, and Sutton-Brown staying with it. Sutton-Brown, Hansmeyer on the jump. It will be their possession as we go to a timeout.
Breaking the action, 11:53 left. Connecticut by 8. From the field, 3 of 12. Keisha Sales, 17 points, 10 rebounds, another double-double for her.
Well, Sales right on track, leading our numbers even better in the rebound column.
Stewart comes open off the inbounds and hits the three and cuts the Connecticut lead to 5, 47-42. Sales underneath, open, puts it up, misses, gets her own rebound and scores.
Oh, nice move on the inside. Sales taking that reverse. They just look for her so well, and she moves so well without the ball.
There's a foul from behind on Sales, reaching in against Pointer. Actually, maybe it's on Abrasamova, not Sales. That's the 16th foul on Connecticut, so UConn just one foul away from going over the limit.
Very tight ball game as both teams still looking to get the edge. Rutgers offense just about gone stagnant. They're having much more difficulty getting the ball into the inside, finishing their shots, as UConn is extending that defense and really coming out to get those long-range jump shooters.
And another foul on Connecticut. That's Amy Duran, and this time Connecticut is over the limit, so Rutgers will shoot.
Well, we want to make a note of that. 11:20 left on the clock. Rutgers is Rutgers is going to be into the bonus situation, shooting 1-and-1 soon, 2 shots for a foul. 11:20 on the clock, and UConn is into the bonus.
Linda Miles at the line, and she'll shoot 1-and-1. First is good. Miles has struggled from the line this year, 54%. 9 points and 7 rebounds for Linda, the freshman. Rated in the top 15 high school players coming out of Scholastic basketball last year. 49-44. Sales, drive, jumper, good. And the foul. Basket counts.
The foul is good. The basket counts. Foul on the play. Looks like it's Hansmeyer again, but they did give Connecticut the basket on that play.
The basket counts. It looks like the foul is on UConn. That's Hansmeyer's third. That's the 8th team foul on Connecticut. And Rutgers will shoot. Jen Clemente. Actually, it looks like Shawnetta Stewart goes to the line.
Stewart on the line for her 1-and-1 attempt.
No, it is Jen Clemente. I was right the first time.
Can't fool you, Lou.
Rutgers tried the old switcheroo. Clemente was there, then Stewart walked over, and the officials said, no, I don't think that's correct.
Well, these are some good officials here today. As we saw June Cottrell handle the ball, Sally Bell on the lead, and Dave Stewart bringing up the rear. You can't fool them too much.
Clemente gets the rebound. Here's Stewart open on the baseline. That's a tough shot. And Sauer gets it out of there. Here comes Connecticut 3-on-2. Sales quickly up court, puts it up, in traveling. No basket.
No basket. That was the pressure on the outside. Pointer going for the ball. Sales unable to handle. Ended up crashing into Tamara Young, and we know Tamara Young stays her ground. Sales comes up a little slow. Teen Horiema demonstrates the Sales move. A little too quick for the eye to see.
7-point Connecticut lead, 51-44. Pointer dribbles in outside Stewart, fakes the three, inside Miles, lays it up, in, and the foul. Basket's good, and she'll go to the line.
Oh, boy, and it came off of the penetration by Pointer. Pointer sat out most of that first half, and that's when the penetration stopped. Pointer comes in, penetrates, kicks it out. She gets the ball moving. That time, credit the assist to Stewart from the outside. As we take a look again on the inside, and she takes a dump inside. Miles, much more effective on the short-range jumpers inside and around the basket. The freshman from Cincinnati.
Miles will shoot one and hits with the 4-point Connecticut lead. 51-47. Rutgers turns up the full court pressure. Sauer gets it over to Rita Williams. Now she's double teamed in the backcourt. Gets it across. Abrasamova back to Williams. Top of the key.
Rutgers still maintains that zone defense, 2-1-2 zone defense. And then when it gets over to Sales, if she ever drops in low, it's a double team. Keyed in on Sales.
Abrasamova wide open off the front rim though. Pointer pulls down the rebound. Rutgers on the run. Here comes Pointer quickly up court. She puts it up. It's blocked from behind, and a whistle. Foul on Rutgers. They're going to get Pointer on the reach-in foul afterwards.
That time Sales with the rebound. Pointer fell out of bounds, tried to come back in to steal it. The fans under the hoop only saw the push off as the freshman from Chicago gets called on the foul.
That's Rutgers' 6th team foul, and we are halfway through the second half. Connecticut has a 4-point lead. Here's Sales, open, Sauer from the foul line, no good. Rebound, Abrasamova puts it in.
Abrasamova, great position down low. Got to put a body on her. Keyed in on Sales, and that time on the 6'5" Sauer on that shot from the free throw line. Unable to pick up that rebounder on the weak side.
53-47, 9 minutes, 35 seconds left second half. UConn by 6, the number 2 team in the nation, 23-1.
Checking that offense for Rutgers, still limited. Sonetta Stewart unable to get free. Same with Young.
Here's Pointer, 3 on the shot clock, puts it up, draws the foul.
Pointer doing what she does best, taking it to the hoop as the clock is ticking down.
That's 10 team fouls now on Connecticut, so every time Rutgers goes to the line in the last 9 minutes, they'll have 2 shots.
And if the ball is in the hands of Pointer, Pointer is looking to penetrate and give to her teammates. We see her on the drive. The hesitation around Williams and goes in. Williams comes in to get her. I don't believe the foul on Thor, who comes out to help out at the last minute. But the foul that time on Williams.
Pointer, free throw good. Natasha Pointer, 69% from the line. 15 points or more 9 times this year. 4-time Big East Rookie of the Week. Coach Stringer really into this game, as you might expect.
Oh, yes, both coaches into it.
Second free throw is good as she kisses it off the top of the rim.
More substitutions entering the game.
Pointer comes out, Gilmore in. Very important point of the game now as Pointer sits down. Rutgers must stay close to Connecticut. Down by 4, 53-49.
As we take a glimpse at the Rutgers full court pressure, forcing the hands into the bigger players, double teams on Williams. Williams unable to get the ball. 20 seconds left on the shot clock. Rutgers giving them their glimpse of that full court pressure as they fall back into a 1-3-1 zone defense.
Knocked away by Rutgers. Connecticut gets it back with 12 seconds on the shot clock. Rutgers has won 6 straight, 8 of their last 9, and 8 in a row here at the rack. And head coach Gino Horiyama calls a timeout for Connecticut as the Huskies will indeed talk it over. Has other plans. Here's Williams. 3-pointer doesn't go. Rebound Gilmore. And Young will bring it across. 8:50 left in the game. Lots of time. Connecticut up by 4, 53-49.
Well, this is one of those over the edge kind of games for Rutgers. This win could put them over the edge if they can pull it off. As we get it closer into tournament time, this is one of those wins. Things are tight on the scorers column.
Sonetta Stewart.
As we see the scorer, Sonetta Stewart. This is one of those type of games that could give a selection committee a raise an eyebrow, let's say, as Rutgers just wants to stay close.
Sales puts up a 3. No, Gilmore is ahead of the field. She lays it up in, and we're tied at 53.
And you see Gilmore with the finger roll. Might have come up lame on that. Her knee might have gave it all she had on that knee. As we see a timeout called by the officials. Might have been a wet spot on the floor. Gilmore would do good to take herself out of the game right now. Later on, a foul underneath, you're right. Rita Williams is going to go to the line over the limit, no doubt, for a 1-and-1. Maybe we'll get a peek at it later on. We saw the finger roll. I don't believe Rita Williams was in the play. Nikisha Sales was running hard after Yusha Gilmore. Trying to get her on that breakaway.
Gilmore comes out. She'll sit down, very unhappy, but they'll check that knee.
As the senior, Rita Williams is waiting to take her 1-and-1, her 1-and-1 attempt.
Yeah, both Pointer and Gilmore now on the bench. Williams at the line, free throw good. And Connecticut regains the lead, 54-53. Rita Williams, 72% from the line, senior out of Norwalk, Connecticut. And the second is good. She hits both, and UConn has a 2-point lead, 55-53 with 8 minutes left in the game. Full court press Huskies.
And once again, Rutgers relying on Young to bring the ball up. We see Stewart unable to break it with a basket. Rutgers falls back into the offensive set.
Lillard open. Jumper is no good. Rebound, Miles knocked out of bounds. Let's see. Last touch by Connecticut. And Rutgers will get it back.
And as the clock ticks down, 7:48 on the contest, on the clock, every possession critical.
And there's a timeout on the floor. A break in the action with 7:48 left, second half. Connecticut 55, Rutgers 53.
It off and tie the game at that time, tied it at 53. So Rita Williams steps up to the line and takes her 2 free throws.
Coco Eggleston, now Shawnetta Stewart, top of the key. Stewart looks for help, back to Young. Pointer and Gilmore both on the bench for Rutgers, so they don't have their true point guard in there. Stewart is open for 3 off the rim. Rebound knocked around, ball still loose. Sauer gets it up. Connecticut's got a 3-on-1. It's up ahead to Sales on the baseline, knocked away by Young, but a foul.
Oh, and that's the same call that's been made on Young twice already. Once on Pointer, again as she goes up for the ball and the knockaway. Young not happy with the call. And we take a peek at it. Sales with the catch and ready to take that baseline, defended by Tamara Young. She gets it and goes after the ball. Looks like balls to me, but you know, I'm sitting about 100 feet away. I don't know. Always a tough call. Sales, the All-American, on the line for 2.
Keisha Sales at the line, free throw, good. 22 points, 10 this half. Came into the game needing 136 points to catch Carrie Baskerman as the all-time leading scorer at Connecticut, 2,177. That's the mark. Second free throw is good as she gets the roll. So Connecticut back up to a 4-point lead, 57-53. Quickly up court, Linda Miles, 1-on-2, and she'll bring it back out. Young, open momentarily, spins at the foul line, that comes back out. Tough defense by Rita Williams. 15 seconds on the shot clock. Young looking for help, goes to Miles, top of the key, inside, Sutton Brown, lays it in, and the foul.
Oh, it took her a long time, the lady from Canada. But she comes up, rising to the occasion, knocks it down. He missed a couple on the inside before at 6'5". One of the tallest recruits that Vivian Stringer has been able to bring to Rutgers here in Piscataway, New Jersey. Long feed on the inside from Miles, turn around, and she takes the hit and banks it in. Has been playing very well the last 4 games. Tammy Sutton Brown from Markham, Ontario, has averaged 7.6 rebounds the last 4 games. Rebound by Miles.
Miles with a tough rebound. She does that oh so well, averaging 6.6 rebounds per game. Rutgers can tie on this possession. Here's Tamora Young. Goes inside and throws it away. Tried to go inside to Tammy Sutton Brown. And Connecticut gets it back with a 2-point lead.
Rutgers working so hard on that time, score, situation, that triangle. Check the time, check the score, what's the situation? That time the force into Sutton Brown, it wasn't there. And one more turnover for Rutgers.
Outside shot, no by Sauer, and the rebound, Miles.
Miles, just a ton of rebounds in the right position, doing it easily on the weak side. No pressure, picking up her 9th rebound already.
6.5 remaining in the second half. Miles fakes the pass, drives, lays it up, draws the foul. Blocking foul on Connecticut.
Miles so quick off the top of that key. Sauer picks up the foul. She doesn't believe it. Miles with a quick first step, much better on the drive than on the jump shot. UConn would have done better to kind of lay off and force her to take that shot. Sauer picks up the foul. Gave her a lot of room on the outside, did Hansmeyer. She comes in and possibly initiating the contact. Miles, a number 15 player in the country. Great rookie class recruited by Vivian Stringer. Always looking for top talent. She lands the first free throw.
Linda Miles will get another. 14 points, 10 in this second half, and the second good. We're tied at 57.
And Rutgers into their version of the full court press, putting that quickness. Sales bringing that ball up the court.
Hook shot put up, no. Rebound, Sutton Brown, ball still loose. And what's the call? Foul on Connecticut, I believe.
Foul on Connecticut, didn't catch it.
It is so loud here, we can't hear the whistles, so you have to excuse us momentarily if we're a little slow on the step there.
I know the folks in Storrs, Connecticut are used to this, but we're not quite used to this yet at Rutgers. A welcome surprise to see such a great turnout on Take a Kid to the game day, and Rutgers in town, and really a great turnout to support the team.
Tammy Sutton Brown will go to the line. She'll shoot two as Connecticut is in the double bonus. Free throw, good.
And Sutton Brown just very patient, very still. Truly a project this season for Coach Stringer. Truly a project for Coach Stringer. Just kind of taking her time, her patience with her as she settles in for the first one.
Rutgers has its first lead from 35-33 early in this second half. They're up by 2, 59-57, 6 minutes left in the game.
Of course, you know, Connecticut has been in these type of situations, not when they're down and behind.
Backcourt violation against Connecticut, and Rutgers gets it back on the turnover.
Oh, the crowd is bubbling on the edge right now. Everyone, half the crowd up on its feet. The red are up, the blue are down. You know, UConn has been in this situation with their backs against the wall. Pressure defense applied by Amy Durant on the outside. Rutgers getting a taste of it now.
Miles tried to go inside to Sutton Brown and threw it away. And Connecticut gets it back with a chance to tie. 5.5 left. Full court pressure. Rutgers. Sales gets it across. That one tipped. Abrosimova almost lost it. Then does throw it away.
Good pressure all around. Keyed by LaTanya Lillard. We're taking a look at Young right now. Keyed by LaTanya Lillard.
And a timeout. I think it's a full timeout. I believe so, yes. 5 minutes. Basketball. Jen Clemente also has 4 for Rutgers. Tamara Young will throw it in on the baseline.
Connecticut stays with that full court pressure.
Connecticut 23-1, 13-0 with the Big East. Number 2 in the nation. Rutgers 14-7. Lou Brogno along with Gail Markey. Glad you could join us here on TKR Sports. Knocked away. A steal by Williams. She lays it up in. We're tied at 59.
Good play by Lillard not to foul the breakaway layup by Williams. No way she could have gotten a great steal by Williams as she shoots the gap and finishes the play.
5 minutes left in the game. Bounce pass Stewart in the corner. Remember, Rutgers playing without their point guard. Natasha Pointer was on the bench with 4 fouls. Inside Miles, shovel pass, Sutton Brown puts it up in, and the foul.
Oh, they gave her the basket that time. Great shovel pass that time. Linda Miles with the back to the basket and low, and almost led Sutton Brown to where she had to be. Put the ball where Sutton Brown had to be. Brown has to go there to catch it, has to put it in. We see good pressure on the outside, goes down into Miles. Miles puts it where Sutton Brown needs to be, powers it to the hoop, and again, Hansmeyer with the foul on the back. Coach Oriyama still up again as we see that shuffling of the defense, offense and defense, as Sauer replaces Hansmeyer. Sutton Brown, the freshman at 6'5" from Ontario, Canada, on the line to complete the three-point play.
7 points for Sutton Brown, all in the last 5 minutes. Rutgers with a 3-point lead, 62-59, 4.5 left. Natasha Pointer back in for Rutgers. Knocked away by Young. It's a steal up ahead to Miles. Miles lays it up and in.
A good controlled attack that time. 4:15 on the clock. The steal by Young. And Connecticut forced to take a timeout. Rutgers leading 64-59 on a 20-second timeout. Keep it right here
Connecticut calls for time with 4 minutes and 16 seconds remaining in the game, and Rutgers with a 5-point lead. Connecticut has lost only 6 times in the last 4 years, 3 of those to Tennessee.
As we see Miles on the scene, and the same way I said against Williams, don't touch her. Long extension by the natural left-hander. Williams tried to take a swing at it, no foul. And the freshman from Cincinnati finishes it off. Pressure from both sides. 4:16 left to go in the contest. Rutgers faithful up on their feet.
Yusha Gilmore will not return. She is doubtful to return as she has re-aggravated her left knee.
Well, she's up on her feet cheering there. You see number 3 in the red and white, leaning on one leg, but she's cheering for her team.
Rita Williams for 3 off the rim though. Rebound of Brasimova. Goes back to Duran. Williams again, another 3 off the mark, and the rebound to Miles. Shovels to Young, and Rutgers will bring it across with 3:45 left in the game. Here's Pointer behind the back dribble. Inside, Sutton Brown shovels to Miles. Short jumper is no good. Rebound knocked around, and Connecticut comes out of there with a 2-on-1. Here's a Brasimova. Nice bounce pass underneath Duran. Lays it up and in.
Nice look on the 2-on-1 break. Brasimova, great handle on the ball. Quick crossover in traffic to get up and out of there. This is when UConn is at its best, where they put on that pressure defense and make you force the turnovers, make you nervous, make you afraid to take the shot. Let's see how Rutgers responds.
Sutton Brown back to Pointer. Fakes the 3. 10 seconds on the shot clock. Sutton Brown into Miles. Comes back around, back to Sutton Brown, puts it up and in.
Oh, it's the Miles Sutton Brown show right now. As we've seen the 2 freshmen connect. 6'1" to 6'5" to 6'5" again.
Nakisha Sales, nice through the defense, and draws the foul. She'll go to the line to shoot 2. Clock stops with 2:46 left in the game.
Big hole in the defense that time for Rutgers, as Sales was able to catch the ball, turn, and take a dribble slicing through. You know, it's 2:46 now, and UConn is down. This is just about when Nakisha Sales just about takes over. So we take a look at that last play. As the freshman connected, long stretch into Miles, who pumps it up. And just keep cutting to the basket, baby. Keep cutting, and Sutton Brown finishes it up.
Sales at the line, free throw, good. She'll get another. It's 66-62, Rutgers.
Now Nakisha Sales, so cool on this line. Lives for those situations. Hansmeyer, gutsy player in there with that big cast on her leg, or air cast on her ankle. She turns it a few times, but Sales so cool on that free throw strike.
Second, good. Sales with 24 points, 8 for 9 from the line. Full court press, Connecticut. 66-63, Rutgers a 3-point lead. Pointer gets it across, and the foul is on UConn.
The slightest bit of contact. They're not changing. The officials have been calling this way the whole time. That little bump is all it takes. That foul that time on Williams as she tries to cut off Pointer on the penetration. Pointer's been in and out of the game due to the foul trouble, the foul difficulty. But when she's in the game, the offense picks up, known for the penetration, the steal.
Free throw good, Natasha Pointer. 69% from the line, a freshman out of Chicago, a first-team parade high school All-American. Second is no good. 1 of 2. Rutgers has a 4-point lead. 67-63 with 2.5 left in the game.
And Rutgers going with the 2-1-2 zone defense. 3 freshmen, 1 sophomore, 1 junior. No seniors on this Rutgers team.
Here's a give and go to Duran. The Sales lays it in.
Oh, Sales didn't even come down on that one. Could have been a shuffle by Duran. She kicks it over to Sales on that left side. Sales never came down.
Pointer gets it across. Here's Stewart. Open jumper. No. Off the rim. Rebound Miles. 1 dribble. Tried to pass it to Sutton Brown, and Connecticut can tie it on this possession. Under 2 minutes left. 67-65. Here's Sales dribbling in. Outside of Brosamova for three off the rim. Rebound to Pointer. Rutgers with a 2-point lead. A minute 40 left in the game. 67-65. Rutgers trying to knock off the number 2 team in the nation. Here's Pointer with the right-hand dribble.
Every possession critical at this point. Every pass meticulous. Rutgers still into their offensive set.
Stewart with an unbelievable fadeaway jumper.
Just like the coach diagrammed it off her left foot. Rutgers by 4.
Here's Sales on the baseline. No shot. And timeout taken by Connecticut. We'll keep it here as UConn calls a timeout. 1:14 remaining. And remember, we'll have our post-game interview, and Gail will be talking to the winning coach. Still some doubt as to who that will be at this point.
It can go either way as we see some of the Rutgers faithful out there. It can go either way at this point, this time in the contest. UConn could really take it. Rutgers can take it. Looking inside at the Rutgers bench, and we take a look at that last play. Little shuffle by Durant. Sales never came down. I loved it. I loved it. Durant able to kick it on that left side, never came down. But she's such an athlete. The Naismith Player of the Year nominee. I don't want to give it to her too soon. Preseason All-American pick, Lakeisha Sales. Able to stay at home and play. And I've seen a few ABL, American Basketball League, and WNBA, Women's National Basketball League. A few scouts in the crowd. As we'll take a look from the Rutgers point of view, just like the coach designed it. She does it all the time. Shawnetta Stewart, coming off of one of her better performances, had 3 double-doubles in the last 5 games. So she's kind of picking up where she left off. Nobody leaving tonight. Full house and still here to see more.
Well, Connecticut 23-1 coming in, had won 10 in a row, 13-0, of course, in the conference, and they have won 53 straight Big East games. Something to keep in mind, a 53-game winning streak within the conference.
Now, this is a tough conference. A game like this really pushes the stock of the Big East Conference all around.
Linda Miles, 17 points, 10 rebounds. A double-double for the freshman. Connecticut will throw it in, trailing by 4. Durant open for 3, off the rim, no. Rebound, Sutton Brown. Tammy Sutton Brown, the pointer, and she has the basketball with 1 minute left in the game, and she's fouled into the backcourt. A minute 3 to be precise, and she will go to the line.
And Amy Durant takes the foul to stop the clock, force the freshman onto the line to a situation she's not used to the crowd being around her maybe, not used to a critical situation. 1:03 left in the contest, her team up by 4. Although this young lady from Chicago, the Whitney Young High School, out of Chicago, top parade All-American pick, second team USA Today All-American, hits the first one.
4 for 5 from the line. 4-pointer, she hits that one. She'll get another. Rutgers is up by 5 with a minute 3 left. There's still a pretty good amount of time for Connecticut. UConn, though, has no timeouts left. Second free throw off the rim. It's a 5-point Rutgers lead with 1 minute left in the game. Durant looks for help. Rutgers defense, Pointer to steal. Up ahead, Miles, hammered, and she'll go to the line. No basket, the foul before the shot, and Linda Miles will go to the line with 45.1 seconds left. Rutgers up by 5.
And Sutton Brown filling that right side. Miles looking to it. Miles so quick on the outside, looking to take it to him as the clock dwindles. Miles on the line playing one of her best games with her double-double. We'll take a look at it on the left side. Miles going in strong. Said before the game she has no fear. Takes a hard hit from Sales. She'll have to get it on the line. Sales says you got to get it the old-fashioned way.
Miles, first miss of the night. She was 5 for 5 from the line. Second good. 6-point game. 71-65, 44 seconds left. Here's Sales. From the top of the key, jump shot doesn't go. Rebound of Brosamova. Goes to Williams. dribbles in the paint, lays it up, puts it up short. Ball knocked away, Pointer of the ball. 25 seconds left. Here's Young with the right-hand dribble, gets it up to Stewart across the midcourt line, and she's fouled. Shawnetta Stewart will go to the line. She'll shoot 2. Baby Barkley, as she's affectionately called out of Philadelphia, broke Wilt Chamberlain's high school scoring record there. Free throw, good. (73-65). Here's Sales, 20 seconds left. Nakisha Sales fires a 3. No. Abrosimova has it. 14 seconds left. Inside to Duran, lays it in with 9.6 seconds left. 73-67. Stewart is fouled. With 8.6 seconds left, Rutgers is on its way to a huge win. An upset victory over the number 2 team in the nation, the Connecticut Huskies. Shawnetta Stewart will go to the line. We mentioned Rutgers received 3 votes in the AP poll, 7 in USA Today's poll. I got a feel next week they'll receive a few more. Free throw, good. Second, no good. 8 seconds left. Ball knocked out with 3 seconds left. Connecticut will inbounds, but it's academic. Rutgers free shot good at the buzzer, but that's it. Rutgers wins. The final score, Rutgers 74, number 2 Connecticut 70.